It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see the workhorse Jonathan Taylor. He had 6 touchdowns a week ago to match Alvin Kamara's 2020 benchmark. It's the Commanders and the Falcons on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many games, maybe not any games.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get the 2-0 on the road, they could be well set up for the rest of the year.
Good job, baby. Good job.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions.
Jones looking to throw right away. And his first look is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Now Jones. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Jones going to keep this himself. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. It's a second down run with Sanders. Flashes another juke. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Throwing again on second down. Jones. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Sly able to put this one through, and the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So here are the Commanders making their way out. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
From the 27, Mahomes. Going deep here for Taylor. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead grows to 10-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Christian Kirksey. The O-line can't stop him, and he gets the sack. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Mahomes firing complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Here's Johnson with a reception. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 15-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And again, it's Mahomes.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 9, Jones. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line.
And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score.
So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And his throw here's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Well, partner, in baseball, you keep track of the pitch count, right? In this case, you got to know the downs. If they knock this one down,
the punt.
It's a punt. Instead, it turns into a first down for the offense. Put it on the ground. Knock it down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action, Jones. And he wisely will throw that one away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
Man, those numbers from last week. What do you call a game like that? Monumental? A career game?
Yeah, every one of those adjectives you can pull up. Monumental, mammoth, massive. But you also know that he wants another one just like it in this game. He doesn't plan on slowing down.
Man, if he duplicates that, that would be history. Mahomes now to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes completes it to Samuel.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They go play fake. Mahomes.
Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 22. from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On the handoff, this is Taylor. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Chris Olave. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders have taken the lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt, because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Now Jones on 1st and 10. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it 2nd down and 12. A give running left, it's Sanders. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. Back to throw, Jones. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Here's Jones on first down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Jones, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And able to get this to the 31.
From the 31, Mahomes.
Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Washington on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd and 7, Jones. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here is Washington now to take over. They were winners a week ago against Buffalo, and they lead here with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
Samuel bringing in the slant. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, the option to give to Taylor here.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Now here's Mahomes. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. That pass complete to Moore. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Now a carry for Sanders. Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with a tackle. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Jones. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Jones now. Throwing on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Sanders. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Second down and goal. Jones flushed out right. This will be caught at about the 5. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got it. Touchdown, Falcons. Justin Jefferson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons are an extra point away from drawing level. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Slide for the PAT. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. From the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Mahomes to throw once more. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Commanders are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Kyle Pitts, as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Taking it about the 1. Jamal Agnew now to return it. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy. because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Jones, a final shot before break. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was the Bills who pick up the victory at home. Saquon Barkley, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And it was the visiting San Francisco 49ers that come in and get the victory. Devontae Parker leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. And finally, on Monday Night Football, should be a good one there between the Carolina Panthers and the Chicago Bears. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for Washington, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
and they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
He's going up top for Taylor. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. The one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Mahomes throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now Mahomes. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Olave with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
From the 29, Jones.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Taylor going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here's Taylor again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Jonathan Taylor with career touchdown number 70. And the Commanders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So his great start to the season continues. He found the end zone time after time in the opener last week. And he does it again here in week 2.
And Brandon, we have a lot of coaches sell us week to week that there is no momentum, there is no carryover. Every game is its own entity. But after what we saw him do last week and now punching one in here, I'm starting to think that there is a carryover, and he's feeling it.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So out come the Falcons now.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Thomas brings it in. And out across midfield down to the 45. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, You have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Operating from the gun, Jones.
He's got the connection to Moore. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. Escape. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Mahomes now on 1st down.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Give him 32 on the play. So the new weapon just picked up via the trade, making an impact here right away.
And what you like about getting guys who catch passes, you don't have to spend a lot of time in the playbook. You just tell them to dial up a route and get the ball in their hands.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And a tackle there by Jermaine Pratt. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Mahomes now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a 1st down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
The Falcons ready to take over. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
They start on the ground here at Sanders.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a 2nd time.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And And that'll increase their lead to 28. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now Jones on third down. And that is incomplete. Adrian Phillips there to knock that one away.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. It's a net of 40 there, punt of 48, and a return of 8.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
Fancy footwork at the 45.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. The 71 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Again, it's Taylor.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
They go play fake. Mahomes.
He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel.
Touchdown, Washington.
Curtis Samuel, 38 yards. And the Commanders get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, I'll tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away.